Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday English Lessons. I'm Emma, and today we're diving into an interesting topic: how we balance our lives. Are you living a healthy lifestyle? Or are you just too busy to keep up with your health? This is something that affects so many of us, and it's definitely not easy to figure out. Whether it's work, family, or just life in general, balancing everything can be a real challenge. We want to explore that today and see if we can come up with some helpful strategies.
Hey everyone, I'm Liam. I think this is something many of us struggle with, right? Balancing work, friends, hobbies, and our well-being isn't always easy. We all want to be healthy, but sometimes our schedules just seem to get in the way. Today we're going to talk about how to manage that and maybe share a few tips that have worked for us. It's about finding that balance between being productive and taking care of ourselves, and sometimes it's easier said than done.
Exactly. And it's not just about physical health either. Mental health plays a big role in how we feel day to day. When we're constantly on the go, it can be tough to find even a few minutes for ourselves. But today, we'll share some small, manageable things you can do to help maintain that balance, even if you're super busy. So Liam, let's start with a question. What comes to mind when you think of a healthy lifestyle?
That's a good question. For me, it's about eating well, exercising, and sleeping enough. But honestly, my schedule doesn't always let me do that. Sometimes I feel like I'm just going through the motions, wake up, rush to work, try to fit everything in, and before I know it, it's bedtime. I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling. What about you, Emma?
I agree. A healthy lifestyle is definitely about good nutrition and exercise. But for me, it also means having time to relax and enjoy myself. It's about mental health too, you know? It's hard when you have a packed schedule. For instance, I know you wake up super early to work on your projects, right?
Yeah, exactly. My mornings are always rushed. Coffee, quick breakfast, and then straight to work. It's not the healthiest way to start the day. I wonder if there's a better way to fit in time for exercise, though. I always feel like I'm in a rush, and I think a lot of people feel that way too. It makes it hard to stick to any kind of routine.
Oh, I feel you on that. Maybe something small like a 10-minute yoga session could help. I actually tried that a few weeks ago. It felt great, and it wasn't a big commitment. Sometimes it's about finding those little gaps in your day where you can do something beneficial for yourself. Even if it's just a short stretch or a breathing exercise, those things can make a difference.
That sounds nice. I think many people feel like they need an hour-long workout to stay fit, but you're right, even 10 minutes can make a difference. It can be so intimidating to think you need a perfect routine, but small efforts count too. The pressure to be perfect often stops people from doing anything at all, but it's important to remember that consistency is key, even if it's just small steps.
Definitely. I read an article that said even a short walk during a busy day helps clear your mind and boost your mood. Have you tried walking instead of sitting for a long time? I feel like it really helps me refocus. It's surprising how much better I feel after just a 10-minute walk.
Yes. Sometimes I walk around the block during my lunch break. It makes me feel refreshed, even if I only have 15 minutes. But here's the thing. When the workload is heavy, it's tough to prioritize health. There are days when I just feel too overwhelmed to even think about it. And I think a lot of people feel guilty about not being able to keep up with a perfect health routine, which makes it even harder.
True. But I think it starts with small habits, right? Drinking enough water, moving around a bit, or just remembering to breathe when things get stressful. Sometimes we overlook the little things that can really add up over time. It's all about building those habits step by step.
I like that. And it reminds me, healthy lifestyle isn't just about physical health. It's also mental health. I sometimes take 5 minutes to meditate, which helps reduce stress. Have you tried anything like that? I think meditation is one of those underrated practices that people think takes too much time, but it really doesn't. Even a few minutes can have a huge impact on your mood and stress levels.
Oh yes, meditation is great. I actually do guided breathing sometimes. It calms me down, especially when I have a lot going on. I feel like it can even improve productivity. You know? When I'm calmer, I can focus better and get more done. It's amazing how just taking a moment to breathe can make everything feel more manageable.
Absolutely. Maybe living a healthy lifestyle isn't just about having lots of free time. It's about making conscious choices, even if we're busy. Small, consistent actions can lead to big changes over time, like setting an alarm to remind myself to take a break or drink water. Those little reminders really help me stay on track.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance, doing what we can when we can. I think that's a realistic approach for most of us. Sometimes we think we need to be perfect, but honestly, just making an effort is already a big step. I think the idea of balance is really important because life is unpredictable, and we can't always follow a perfect routine. But as long as we're trying, that's what matters.
And I think it's also important to be kind to ourselves. We tend to be so hard on ourselves when we fall short of our health goals. But every small step we take is progress. Like you said, it's about doing what we can, not being perfect. It's okay to have setbacks as long as we keep moving forward.
I love that. It's definitely about being kind to ourselves. And I think it's okay to have days when we don't get everything right. It's part of being human. What matters is that we keep trying and don't give up on ourselves. I think that's a message a lot of people need to hear.
For sure. And, I've started keeping a journal where I write down one healthy thing I did each day. It helps me see my progress, even if it's just something small, like drinking an extra glass of water or taking 5 minutes to stretch. It really helps me stay motivated.
Oh, that's a great idea. I think I'll try that too. It sounds like a good way to stay motivated and focused on the positive things we're doing, rather than what we're missing out on. Plus, it's a great way to reflect on our day and celebrate the small wins. Sometimes we forget to give ourselves credit for the little things, but they matter.
Exactly. And I think that's what it all comes down to, celebrating those small wins and being patient with ourselves. A healthy lifestyle isn't a destination. It's a journey, and every step counts, no matter how small.
Absolutely. And speaking of small wins, one thing I've started doing is preparing healthier snacks for when I'm working. Instead of grabbing chips or something sugary, I have fruit or nuts nearby. It's a simple change, but it makes me feel better throughout the day.
That's a great tip. I think planning ahead is key. When we're super busy, we often just grab whatever's convenient, which isn't always the healthiest option. Having healthy snacks ready can make a big difference.
Definitely. And I think being mindful about what we eat, how much we move, and how we take care of ourselves mentally can help us stay balanced, even on the busiest days. It doesn't have to be perfect, but every little effort helps.
Well, everyone, we hope you enjoyed today's discussion on balancing health and busyness. We know it's not always easy, but remember, every small step counts. Whether it's a quick walk, a moment of meditation, or just drinking more water, all those little things add up. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent actions.
Thanks for tuning in. We really hope you found some of these tips helpful. Make sure to share your thoughts with us. How do you stay healthy despite being busy? We'd love to hear from you. If you have any tips or tricks, definitely let us know so we can share them in a future episode. Remember, we're all in this together, and supporting each other makes it easier.
See you next time, guys. Remember, it's all about balance and making the most of the time you have. Keep taking those small steps and don't be too hard on yourself. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep striving for that balance. You've got this.